All right, hello, everyone. Welcome to Port Canaveral. We're back with another 5-ship day here. We've got the Carnival Venezia we're looking at right here. She's our first outbound ship of the day. We've got the world's largest cruise ship, Star of the Seas, right behind her, or I guess technically in front of her, the way she's positioned today. We've got the MSC Seashore all the way in the back at Terminal 10, Sky Princess back at Terminal 6, and Norwegian Prima down at Terminal 5. So I hope you guys are ready for an awesome time today. Sky Princess. Oh, what do we got here?
That's all copy. We still have a couple of cages, so we are copying your message. Thank you.
But anyways, so our first outbound ships are going to be Carnival Venezia and Sky Princess at 3:30, so in about 15 minutes from now. And then second one out should be the Star of the Seas at 4:30, Seashore at 4:30, and then the Prima will be at 6 o'clock. So we are in for a good time today. For those joining in, be sure to leave a like on the stream. Tells YouTube to recommend this to more people. And subscribe if you're new, because we do this every single weekend. So we're just about to get in on some action here in Port Canaveral. We are just about 10 minutes to Sailoways. Just about 10 minutes to go. We will have our first ship. I believe it's going to be Venezia. That's our first out today, based off of the radio chatter that we've heard prior to the stream starting here. Sky Princess shouldn't be too far behind, though. Grant, what's going on? Yes, first in chat today. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday so far. Today should be a great day for some Sailoways here. Rick Executive, what's going on, Alex? Are you working on your Star of the Seas Legos, Lego set? Well, not Lego set, but Lego build while watching stream today? Finished Aquadome about 2 hours ago. Nice, that's awesome. That's super cool. I cannot wait to see that when it's done. Sour Pickle, what's up? What's going on? Kit Fu, how's it going? Coming in on Ocean Obsession, probably about 25, 30 minutes. Ooh, very cool. All right, yeah, I'll listen for the horn when you guys come in. That's awesome. Oscar, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the stream. We are in for a good one today, for sure. Chill Island. Ooh, I bet you that one's gonna be tough, isn't it? Caleb, that I don't know. That I don't know, Oscar.
Port Canaveral pilot, Port Canaveral pilot, this is Star of the Seas, calling you over.
Star of the Seas, good afternoon, Carnival pilots.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Just for your information, our departure time is 1630, 1630.
Roger that, 16:30 departure. Thank you for the confirmation. Your pilot will be aboard 15 minutes prior to sailing and boarding you shoreside.
Welcome that from Star of the Seas. Thank you very much.
Very cool. So it sounds like Star of the Seas has confirmed a 4:30 departure for today. Watching brother and his wife as they depart on Sky Princess. Very nice, very nice. I hope they have an awesome time. Sky Princess should most likely be our second outbound ship today. Sounds like they're going to be sometime between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Tyler, what's going on? Captain Brain, I like the sound of that, huh? What's going on, Tyler? Grandiosa was not on time yesterday. She ended up leaving, she left like right at 7, so they changed her departure time to 7:30. So I went out to dinner at Rusty's, which is one of the restaurants along the water here. And so I had set up that stream, for 7:15 or so, and our waitress at the end, like, we ate really fast, we got our food really fast, but it took us forever to get our check. And like before she even brought the check, we see the ship coming off the dock. I was like, ah, darn. So that's why the stream was up, and then I got taken down mysteriously. But I at least got a little bit of footage of her, like a couple little clips of her coming by from the dock area. Not sure as to why. I mean, I know they had divers down in the water, but I don't know why there were. It took notes from Disney, yeah. At least Treasure was on time this time. Alrighty, so that was the muster drill for Venezia. I don't know if you could hear that little high-pitched pinging there. Yeah, I know there was one of those little flapping things that you sit outside, like those used car lots, the little dudes, like the little flailing arms. I got one of those. They were well, I didn't get one of those, but one of those were sitting in front of my shot of Grandiosa, which sucked, but let's hope Sky Princess is not. Yeah, she's usually pretty, except for the first time she was here, which I guess makes sense as to why. First time here, probably a lot of inspections going on, but she was pretty solid with the 3:30 last time around. Yeah, that's so true. Like, divers in the water can mean anything from just getting a couple barnacles scraped off the bottom, or it could mean a propeller. I don't know about falling off, but yeah, I mean, it could be like a huge deal, or it could be absolutely nothing. So, very interesting. I'm not sure what the issue was. I'm so excited to go on Grandiosa, though. I'm hearing so many mixed reviews of it. So I'm keeping a very open mind. But it's not my first go around with MSC, so it should be completely fine. Demo time, what's up?
As you make your way in the middle basin there, I will head out to the north side and be out in the red. The one out.
I should have charged my radio today. Darn it.
Roger that. You're going to be ahead of the Sky Princess, Jeff?
I'm gonna have my radio off for now, that way I don't miss out on it later on in the day. Because there's somebody else with a radio not too far from me, so I can kind of at least listen that way. But we'll turn the radio back on later on so we can at least make it last for the rest of the day. We can see the Victory cruise ship, their favorite. You sound like Caleb. Anytime the Victory Casino comes in, he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Victory 1!" Alrighty, I don't see any lines down just yet here for Venezia, but they just called over the radio, so we should be getting something any minute now. Victory 1, I know. That's some prime real estate for a brand new dock, I could tell you that, or for a new cruise terminal that Victory 1 is using. It is prime real estate for a cruise terminal. Don't slander the goat. Good stuff. Cool. All right. So I don't know if you guys could hear that. That's a radio that's a little bit further down from me, but I could hear them. But Seashore is confirmed for a 4:30 departure today as well, so we're looking like we're in some good shape. I wish Prima would leave a little earlier because that would be quite nice, but it sounds like everything is going to be on time. We got wow. we got 5 ships today. We've got Carnival Venezia, should be leaving here any minute now. Star of the Seas will be at 4:30. MSC Seashore just called over the radio for 4:30 as well. We've got Sky Princess at 3:30 and 6 o'clock for the Norwegian Prima. So we got 5 today. Big old Buffalo Bills. Go Dolphins. I'm gonna miss Seashore and Star because of dinner. Ah, darn. You'll just have to watch the replay, I guess. There we go. We've got some lines going down. All right, first set of lines down. Earl Jones, what's going on? Welcome. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. What a sham. I cannot believe it's already almost 2026. I felt like I blinked and this entire year went by. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Older you get, faster the years go. Ugh. That's, yeah. That's, yeah, it's crazy. See you in a few weeks. Bringing Braden down January with all his fancy new gadgetry. Very cool. That'll be awesome. Yeah, I think he sent me a picture of the camera he got. That's pretty cool. That was good. It's a good camera. Bro, it's, oh my gosh, you're the one. I met you on Star, right? Weren't you just on World America? That's awesome. That's so. I was like, wait a second. I recognize that name. That's so cool. I hope you have a good time. That's so funny. Round 2 on Star. I love it. 4 days wasn't enough, so I don't blame you for going a second time. That's for sure. Your Nana's on the Venezia. Very nice. Very cool. I hope they have a great cruise. They should be underway any minute now. Already had some Nutella crepe. Nice. How is World America? I'm getting ready to book it like probably the next week or so. I'm going on Grandiosa soon, but I'm getting ready to book probably any day now. Me and Cooper are actually going to go on World America. All right, let's zoom out just a little bit now that she's pretty much ready to go. Definitely competes with Oasis Glass. Food is very good. Pizza might be, wow. That, especially comparing to Sorrento's, that's pretty awesome. I cannot wait to sail on that. I'm booked on the maiden voyage for World Atlantic when it's here in Canaveral, but I I have to try that class as soon as possible. So I think we're going sometime in September. We're going to do World America. That's good to hear the food is good, because that's like one of the biggest things I see with MSC is always the food is always hit or miss. Really preferences and style of pizza. Okay. Yeah, I think I've definitely heard the best reviews that I've heard coming out of MSC have been on World America specifically. I think they did a really good job at Americanizing that one and really focusing in on a lot of the things that are needed and needed improvement in the past with the American market. And I think they did a really good job. Like, there's a lot of different food options from what I've seen now. Like with Seashore and Seascape, you're basically just limited to the buffet or the main dining rooms when it comes to free food options. So either the buffet is always packed or you go to the main dining room. There's not many options, but I've noticed there's like burger stands and chicken sandwiches, things like that all over World America. So that's like one of the biggest things I thought needed improvement. All right, Sky Princess is dropping lines as well, so they should both be underway here soon. How far am I from Port Canaveral? Honestly, it's about an hour drive, but it's all highway, so it's not too bad. But I'm in Orlando, so it's an hour drive, but it's not a bad hour-long drive. I just rack up a lot of miles, is all it is. But I get despite my car being slightly a sports car, I don't know, it teeters the line of being a normal car and a sports car, but it's not quite a sports car. But it still gets 40 miles a gallon, which is great. So I still get great gas mileage coming out here, which is always nice. The variety of food, late night food is the best. Did a lot of specialty on par with what. So that's my thing with MSC. I think they've got better specialty dining. I think MSC's specialty dining is better than Royals, and it's cheaper. That's the biggest thing too. When I'm on Grandiosa in a few, about a week and a half. I'm on Grandiosa, and I have 2 of the 3 nights I have specialty dining. What? Oh, Star is very expensive. I don't know if I could do it a second time. Anthony, how's it going? First ship is officially underway, ladies and gentlemen. Please park a little closer for me. Kev, hello from Puerto Rico. Very cool. Welcome to the stream. Amtrak rail fan, what's going on? Sounds good, Oscar. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. a lot of people out here today filming. Yeah, Venezia is big. She's despite being, a lot smaller than a lot of the new builds, she's still a pretty good sized ship. She's not new to Carnival, sort of, kind of, sort of. So Venezia was built in 2019, early 2019, I believe, and was just transferred into Carnival's fleet back in 2022. So she had a few years under Costa first, back in 2019 to 2022, mostly during COVID, I guess. But then now sails for Carnival back in 22. Ship to shore, what's going on? I heard you're coming down in January. Very cool, very cool. That'll be fun. Still keeping a very close eye on the schedule for that mid-January mark for Disney Adventure. So we shall see what happens with that. Really, I'm sorry to hear that. I sailed on her earlier this year. I had a great time, but I've heard different things ever since I had sailed on it earlier this year. So yeah, none of the trackers say Canaveral. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I'm sure it'll update though here soon. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about Venezia though. I've heard very good, I've heard very bad. I guess it just depends. Coming to the channel on Ocean Obsession. Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye out for it. Love Carnival's other ships though. Okay, so that makes sense because that's one of my biggest takeaways from Venezia was that it didn't feel like a Carnival ship. But yeah. I could definitely see that though. Caleb, what's up? What's up? Is that guy from yesterday there? He is not here. He abandoned me today. Arrive on Friday of MLK Day. Very cool. Passing now. Okay, I see you guys coming in. Do you operate the Ocean Obsession, or are you just out there like on a fishing trip? Caleb is here to see Victory 1. Let's be real. Cruise ship in the way, yeah. Minor inconvenience. Yes, very minor inconvenience. Nothing, no, not a big deal. Captain zigzagging. Alrighty, she is starting to make her spin. TikTok hit 100 followers. Very cool. Congrats. Very nice. What camera setup do I? So for streaming, the brand of camera this is the Nearstream camera. It's mostly just like a computer webcam technically. So it has to be hooked up to a computer at all times in order to film, at least for the live streams. But I use the Sony ZV-1. Sony ZV-1 is what I use for my vlogging and of my ship spotting videos. And then TikToks I use just my iPhone. ZV-10. Okay, very nice. I'll have to check that out whenever you come down here. Treasure Your Destiny, what's going on? Yeah, cameras aren't cheap. So budget, I have all the respect for budget cameras because a regular one is not cheap. Wow. That is crazy. I can't really show the photo here on stream, or at least not right now, but the brick executive who is in chat right now he is doing a Lego, like a very, very large Lego build of Star of the Seas, and he just finished up the Aquadome in the Sweet neighborhood today, and it looks incredible. It records in 4K and has zoom for upgrades. Oh, very nice. That's awesome. What are we gonna see? That I don't know. My source hasn't given me a whole lot to go off of beyond yesterday. Yesterday's is that we're getting something big built in Japan. A few attachments like a gimbal for it. Nice. A gimbal would be good to have. Gimbals are always nice, especially if you don't have stabilization on there. All right, well, there's the horn for Sky Princess. Sounds like she's coming off the dock now as Venezia is finishing up her spin there. for MSC, Forever MSC, what's going on? New Frontier renderings, you say? It's... No, you're below the camera. You're fine. Interesting. There we go. We got Sky Princess coming off the dock. We need renderings for Discovery class and new Disney class. Oh, yeah. Discovery class, probably not anytime soon. The new Disney ones, perhaps. Perhaps sometime next year, in 26. Perhaps. I don't know really much about those ones. Yeah, they really are in sync. They're kind of lined up pretty much the exact same angle right now. That's awesome. Still waiting for Adventure, yeah. Adventure should be here soon. Ooh, alrighty. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer. Project Meridian. Okay, yes. Will be shown August of 26 alongside the name announcement for Wish 5. That's a long time away to be announcing that much. Interesting. Well, there we go. That's something that you don't get in the other streams. It's new ship information. Be back up the camera here just a smidge. There we go. Cruising Chris gifted 5 memberships. I thank you so much, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back. Hope you're enjoying Horizon. Let's see who got those gifted memberships. Not sure how to pronounce that one. Let's see. Jay Hughes, Lisa Pierce, Nelly. And Forever MSC and the Heather Knot. Welcome all to our membership program. I have a couple of members first videos coming out probably tonight when I get home. But our members here do get early access to our ship spotting videos and cruise vlogs. We've got a set of cruise vlogs coming up on the MSC Grandiosa here very, very soon. Jaco, what's going on? Your mom is on the Venezia? Very cool. I hope she has a good cruise. Thank you again, Chris, for those gifted memberships. We appreciate you. Oh, cruise ended today. That's what it was. Why was I was on the impression that it ended yesterday. Horizon's in Miami today, isn't she? That makes sense. I was like, yesterday I was thinking like, oh, you're on a back-to-back. Thinking, like when you sent that thing about meeting Nick. But you're right. She is here on Sunday, so I hope you had a good time. It was really funny though. He sent me that picture you guys took. He sent it to me and said, "Guess who I met?" It's cool. Birthday. Everybody wish Jaco a happy birthday in the chat. Yeah, of course, of course. I'm glad you got a chance to meet him. He's a really cool guy. I want to say I was actually talking to him yesterday. I was hoping, because right now I'm looking at a cruise for September. I'm right now narrowed it down to World America, but I also would like to sail with Captain Nick, so he doesn't know if he'll be on the ship at that point. But yeah, he's a very nice guy. It was really cool to meet him back in July whenever he got us on board. Happy anniversary of the completion of most recent spin around the sun. That's one way to put it. Ooh, there's Sky Princess in the background. On Prima now, with very cool. If you see Diana at the shore excursions desk, tell her Brandon said hello. We're buddies. We'll find out. Very cool. I'll let her know. I think she knows me more by my screen name of Cruising Is Life more than Brandon, but but yeah, I'll let her know to keep an eye out for you. Here she comes. Everybody wave goodbye to the Venezia. Ooh, that's a good photo right there. Oh, cruising is life, Fred. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people will probably recognize me more by my screen name than my actual name. But yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the stream for those who are just joining in. Hope you guys are having a great time this afternoon. We do this every single weekend here in Port Canaveral, so if you are new to the channel, we are all cruise nerds here. So if you like live streams like this, we're here every single weekend. So definitely subscribe for those of you who are new here. And of course, leave a like, tells YouTube to recommend this stream and my videos to more people. Next countdown is 32 days Celebrity Constellation. Ooh, Comic-Con the cruise. Oh, that sounds really fun. I've always wanted to go to one of those. Families on MSC Seashore. Ooh, very cool. Yes, they are in port. They're going to be leaving probably in the next 20 to 30 minutes. They should be the 4th ship out today. All right, Princess should be, actually Princess is coming up here just a little bit. Let's even this out just a little bit. Is this going up or down? That evened it out. Yes, Sky Princess coming our way. Yes, we will definitely be showing MSC leaving today. As soon as she starts moving off the dock, we'll spin the camera over towards her. we go. There goes the Carnival Venezia.
So how many frames per second are you taking?
How close is the Venezia to the Vista class? They're nearly identical. I think they're maybe 1,000 tons difference or so. I know the Venezia and Firenze have more cabins for sure.
What's that little thing that's in the antenna? Is that a radio? Do you hear the ship moving? Can you hear the port traffic?
Alrighty. I'll let our chat here decide, do we want to keep looking at Venezia coming around the corner, or do we want to spin around to Sky Princess here? She's starting to come around. Sky Princess. All right, Sky Princess it is. Bingo. She is a very pretty ship. Love the Sea Witch logo. Yeah, I'm glad they put that on all of their ships. It looks really good. I think having paint, like some sort of artwork or some sort of just color on the hull of ships is like a new trend, and I love it. Carnival ships look really good with it. Royals kind of got one going on. Like they've got that green color on the bottom of some of their newer ones. Corey, what's going on? They've got the Voyager and Freedom that have blue. Norwegian, of course, they're the ones that originally do it with all of their artwork. '17 Junkie, how's it going? Welcome. Looks like we got over 100 people watching. This is awesome. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. We're only just getting started here. We've got 3 more ships after this one here that we're looking at. Very cool, very cool. There she comes. Teresa, hello, hello. Hello, everybody just joining in. We've got the Sky Princess heading out to sea here from Port Canaveral. Yes, give us some good horns today, Sky Princess. There we go. Yes, come on. We shall summon the horns. Come on. Okay, yeah, we'll let you guys know when Seashore is underway. We should probably get Star of the Seas first, after Sky Princess here, but then Seashore shouldn't be too far behind. Usually they'll start pushing off around the same time. Yes, MSC Seashore will be repositioning to Miami in 2027. I believe it's right after World Atlantic gets here. but she's been here for a long time. I think Seashore came down here for the first time back in 22. I think it was the summer of 22, maybe 23. Yep, gotta make room for Atlantic. I'm surprised MSC wasn't gonna try to squeeze in a third ship or try to squeeze in all three here. I'm sure they tried, to be honest, knowing MSC. Yeah, they're gonna have to start moving forward on Terminal 4 here soon, or whatever they end up calling it, whether it is 4 or something else. Because I know 4 was supposed to be the one that's over down by Prima. I don't know if this one's gonna be 2 on this side. I'm not too sure. No, there's not really enough. They probably could fit a third one in here. They would have to do probably Seashore on a Monday to Friday schedule, and then a Friday to Monday. That would work if they kept the Thursday to Sunday rotation or just did 7-day rotations on the weekends for both Atlantic and Grandiosa. That probably could have worked, but I think Norwegian is using Getaway out of 10 for Mondays and Fridays, so they probably could do it. If they tried, they probably could do it. But it would be very tough to do, logistically. I don't know if they could realistically fill all 3 ships here. MSC is getting very, very popular, especially here in Port Canaveral, but I don't know if they'd be able to fill all 3 of those on a consistent basis. That I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if World 5 is in Miami with World America. That makes total sense. On the same days, now that would be a sight to see. I know they actually designed that terminal to hold 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. That would be insane to see 2 of them docked like that. The renders show that. The renders of that terminal originally do show that. But it'd be insane to actually see that in real life. Alrighty, we'll turn around and zoom into Star of the Seas here momentarily. I might as well, now that she's starting to go around the corner here. Need an MSC ship to start doing Southern Caribbean from San Juan. That would be cool. They do Southern Caribbean from Guadalupe, but that's more for the European market. That's more popular for their European passengers, but I think San Juan would be a really cool one to do as a home port too. I think Seashore or Seascape would be really cool out of there. Or maybe they'll do that with Meraviglia. I don't know if she has anywhere scheduled right now for 2027 into 28. Alrighty, now we play the little waiting game. Star of the Seas should be underway here in just a moment. Yeah, space is already a problem at Fort Lauderdale. I wouldn't be surprised if MSC's tried, but there's no way. I mean, during the summertime, that would be a good summer deployment for a couple ships if they want to keep a couple in the Caribbean. Put a couple down there in the summer, but during the wintertime, there's just no space there already. I think Disney's lucky that they even got some docking space there. They basically had to. Yes, Star is a fantastic ship.
Down, we are out to the north, the other one.
Paul Lee, pilot on the MSC Seashore, Channel 12.
All right, so
Seashore?
Yeah, we're going to be following the Star out. I just heard you and the pilot there talk. We'll be coming out after the Star.
Roger that. We'll maintain position. Wires will be down.
no, I think that's somebody random. He's further down to my right-hand side. But MSC Seashore is following just behind Star of the Seas. So those two should be out here in the next few minutes.
Roger that, Cap.
We should get a good reference with this angle here. We should get a good view. As soon as she starts pushing, we should be able to see it. When's everybody's next cruise? Everybody that's here watching the stream, let me know in the chat when your next cruise is. Also, next weekend, I'll be here on Saturday here in Port Canaveral, and then Sunday we'll be ship spotting in Tampa on Sunday. So changing it up again, getting another different port here for you guys. So Saturday we're here, Sunday in Tampa. Cool stuff. Tampa, we're gonna have Constellation, Norwegian Dawn, and Carnival Miracle. Disney Adventure on January 4th. That's intriguing. Very cool. Trying for August of 27. Very cool. How long does it take to disembark from MSC Seashore when it comes back? I in my experience, when I sailed on Seashore, it didn't take me more than maybe 20 minutes. It depends on the time though, because as you wait longer, usually there's a rush at the beginning, and then as you wait longer and longer, it's basically the last bit of people all rushing to get out as well. So it kind of depends on the timing, but in my experience, it only took me maybe 20 minutes or so to get off of Seashore when I sailed on her. Back to back on Grandiosa, and then back to back on Seashore. Nice, that's awesome. Treasure, February 27th. Ooh, I want to go on Treasure so bad. Legend of the Seas, there it is. Legend of the Seas. I love to see that. I want to go on Legend so bad. After doing Icon and Star, I feel like I have to go on Legend. She's moving. No? Maybe not. The crane's moving is what it is. Maybe not. It is the crane that is moving, playing tricks on my eyes. Ten-night transatlantic on Disney Adventure. Ooh, okay. So you're going to be in Canaveral is what you're saying. Actually, yes, Star is in fact moving. I can see it now. She's definitely moving. She's just starting to push. All right, I just heard the horn. Star is definitely moving. Yes, Seashore should be just behind Star. She will be going out probably the next 10 to 15 minutes. So as Star is coming by, Seashore shouldn't be too far behind. Gotta fly home, going to Meyer Werft first. Interesting. I'm hoping I get a lot of news out of Meyer Werft. Here, let's zoom out. That way we can at least see Seashore as well. All right. So yeah, Star is going to start moving towards the center of the frame there, and then we've got Seashore there off to our right-hand side.
Can I have a pilot for the MSC Seashore? MSC Seashore in Port Canaveral, West Basin. Cruise Terminal 10 outbound for sea, all concerned traffic. Come up as well as the MSC Seashore.
All right, there's the Seashore. They are dropping lines.
MSC Seashore is departing Port Canaveral from the West Basin outbound for sea, all concerned traffic. Come up on channel 12 for the MSC Seashore. Securities, Canaveral pilot for the MSC Seashore. MSC Seashore is departing Port Canaveral from the West Basin, Cruise Terminal 10, outbound for sea. All concerned traffic, come up on channel 12 for the MSC Seashore.
There it is, Seashore. Seashore is getting underway. Thank you for doing these lives. Can't wait. Oh yeah, of course. I'm really enjoying doing these too. So I'm glad that you all are enjoying these as well. These are a lot of fun. I've definitely found myself looking forward to the weekends as well to do these streams. I wish I could do them during the week. Unfortunately, work is a little in the way of that. I'll have to look. I think we've got 2 ships here on, I think it's Seashore Returns, and I think it's Disney Fantasy as well. Maybe we'll come out on Thursday for New Year's Day. I'm off of work on New Year's Day. Maybe we'll try. So the big ship right here that we're looking at is Star of the Seas, and then the one off to the right is the MSC Seashore. Looking forward to the sun dipping down below the car that's next to me because the sun is right in my eyes. It's just barely on the edge of the roof of the car next to me. It'll be blocking it for me. Oh, yep, looks like Seashore is also underway. Both ships are moving. I may screenshot this. Nice. Very nice. I believe that was Star. But both of these ships that we're looking at right now are both moving. Very nice. Eating at Gators. Seashore is still there, and NCL ship can't identify. Oh, the NCL ship is Prima. But very cool. I ate it, actually I ate at Rusty's last night after Treasure came by, and then I ended up seeing at least a little bit of Grandiose to sail away from their little outdoor section.
Yeah, good afternoon. You can stay to the south. Starboard, starboard.
Starboard, starboard, Cap. Y'all have a good trip out.
Welcome in everybody that's joining the stream. Hope everybody is enjoying. We've got Star of the Seas underway and heading straight to us. And MSC Seashore will be following right behind her. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. We do this every single weekend here in Port Canaveral, so be sure to subscribe if you're enjoying today's stream. We do this every single week. And of course, leave a like on the stream, lets YouTube know that you're having a good time and to recommend this to more. Seashore's on the move, very nice. Three ships left with two of them underway, so technically one still docked. But Prima is scheduled for 6 o'clock, but sometimes she'll leave a little earlier than that. So sometime between 5:30 and 6 o'clock most likely, but probably 6. All right, there's the Seashore coming right behind Star. Yep, Seashore is that one that's right behind Star. Kind of sticking the nose out right behind her. try to keep both of these two in the frame as much as we can since they're both moving. I kind of do too. I wish they would have made a few more. I know Sea Breeze was originally on their books. I don't know what happened to it. I think maybe they opted for World Class or something along those lines, but I know Sea Breeze was a thing at one point. It was supposed to follow behind the Seascape. I think New Frontier will serve a different purpose than World Class. I think New Frontier is MSC's Discovery class, if you're familiar with that project from Royal. It's about 20-ish, yeah. Everybody wave goodbye to Star of the Seas. lighting is amazing today. Yeah, it's incredible.
I'll think of you. I'll go, I saw the shit he was on. He's out there suffering.
Yeah, she is huge. Absolutely massive. All right, Seashore is coming up pretty hot, so let me know in the chat here if we want to look over at Seashore. I know she's not quite as stunning as Star, but if you guys want me to pan over to Seashore, just let me know. But she's coming up pretty quick. Alrighty, let's see. Alrighty, yeah, we'll go ahead and move over to Seashore here. All right, here is the MSCCruise. Yeah, she's coming up pretty quick. She's already past Royals Terminal. Stark man's respect. Yes, she does. Yes, MSC Seashore right here. That is what we're looking at. I don't know what I press some button. This is the MSC Seashore. Yeah, very beautiful ship. Yeah, honestly, this class is one of my favorite designs. It's just so unique and so different. especially for when they came out. When these ships first came out, like Seaside first came out, we had never seen anything like it before. Yeah, it's really cool having one in Texas now. I think Seascape is a good fit for Texas. All right, Seashore, let's get some horns here. Come on, Seashore. Yeah, she looks very pretty. I love this angle right now we have of her. I'm gonna get a quick photo of that actually. That was awesome. What's that? Yeah. There she goes. All right, such great lighting for today. Seven Nations. That's a thing, isn't it? Don't they have that on one of their ships? Is the Seven Nations horn on something? I've seen the video somewhere. Yeah, Seashore never disappoints. They've been really good with the horns lately. They've done it. They've done the 3 horns just about every single week for the last month. They definitely said, "Hey, nobody else did the horns today. We'll do it." Magnifica and Splendida both have the Seven Nations horn. Be on board MSC Splendida in 2027 for Turkey. Okay, that's cool. I've seen like one video of them doing it. I hear it. It's like very rare that they actually do it, or maybe it's just because they don't come here often. You too. Yeah, they don't do the horns too often in Miami. Captain Nick will do them if he knows somebody's there filming. Okay. Zoom in on her. There she goes, the MSC Seashore. One ship to go after this. The Norwegian Prima setting sail probably relatively soon. Well, I guess in an hour, but I think hopefully she'll try to go a little early. A noise ordinance in Miami? I don't know if it is a noise ordinance, because they still do the horns there pretty frequent. It's not as frequently as Port Canaveral, but they still do the horns there. Not too sure, to be honest. You do a Port Everglades? So I'm planning a Port Everglades trip in January, probably after the Disney Adventure gets here in Port Canaveral, probably the weekend after that. But we'll do, we are doing Tampa next Sunday. So we're gonna be here Saturday, Tampa Sunday, and then probably sometime in January, we'll do Port Everglades. We were gonna do it last month, but we ended up changing it to Miami, and it ended up being a great, great decision to change it to Miami. But we're looking for a good weekend, and Port Everglades to go. Alrighty, Norwegian Prima should be heading out relatively soon. Alrighty. Yeah, you're definitely getting Icon 4.
Yes, sir. Victor on,
All right, while we wait for Prima, I'm actually going to run to the restroom, so I will be right back. Don't worry, I'm leaving the microphone here, but I'll be back here in like 2 minutes. So, BRB. Yeah, I don't know why they do. Everything else gets out so quickly and easily. Their other ships go out at 3:30. So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. I have returned. We get about, hopefully, about 45 minutes or so until our next sail away. Yeah, about time.
Chrissy is.
He posted Dizzy Desi returned to Port Canaveral for a medical emergency.
Very cool. I heard about that.
How do you know?
He had texted me that it was coming back in when it happened.
And did he tell you that he returned to Port Everglades to do like 2 Princess Day ship?
Yep.
And does he tell? What is he gonna do today?
I'm not sure.
Did he text you?
I'm sure he's in Port Everglades today.
Is he gonna come back to Port Canaveral when the Disney Adventure comes in?
Probably.
Does he only go down to Port Everglades for like the winter season?
No, he lives down there now.
So is he gonna come back and do like when the Queen Anne gets here? Is he gonna do like the 7-ship day?
That I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, that 7-ship day is coming soon, isn't it?
Yeah, when is it coming?
I don't remember. I'll have to look soon, but
Because Embassy the Vina came in
mhm.
by the cargo.
Yep.
Why did it come in?
I think that was a hurricane, I believe.
So, and then how do you sneak in to get here to watch? How do you sneak in a pier, like the pier, to watch Star, the rest of the ships? How do you sneak in?
We went down that way and just kind of came around the back.
That day was actually my birthday.
Cool. Very nice.
Down that day. We also had a party at Rose. Wait, I just found your live stream.
Hmm?
I just found it.
Oh, there you go. Very nice.
I see how you're doing.
Yep.
It says today's schedule. Start from speed already calling in because I didn't remember like the Norwegian Prima like it does that stuff like basically it's like it pushes off at 5:45 and it comes out.
Yeah, they left a little early last week, so hopefully they'll do it again.
Yeah. Because I think they did it 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Were you here November 23rd? Because that day I went to go see my baby sister. I couldn't make it because My baby sister's all the way she's all the way somewhere. I don't know where I really forgot. I think she was like Atlanta somewhere.
Very cool.
She was born. I was born in Winnie Palmer, like in my operation. It's like in my thing. It's
Very
on my
cool.
back.
Oh, okay.
It's like a circle thing I get my operation on.
Gotcha.
I'll probably say something like at 5:30 probably, because I'm probably gonna set sail like at 5:45. So it'll be next 5 minutes.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully here pretty soon. Yeah, we can kind of see Prima hidden behind all the cranes, and I think that's Coast Guard. That little white boat that we're looking at, but yeah, Prima should be hopefully pretty soon. Fingers crossed. Here comes the pilot boats. We got more than normal watching today. I'd love to see it. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon, wherever you may be, and I hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Again, next weekend we'll be here Saturday, and then we'll be in Tampa on Sunday. And then my quick little shameless plug. If you guys are looking for a great deal on your next cruise, definitely use those links down in the description of this video. It'll take you over to my friends at Cruises It. They will make sure you get the best deal possible on your next cruise. They've got some pretty fantastic deals for me so far, but if you're interested in booking a cruise, it definitely supports the channel as well. They do give me the commission off of it, so by booking through them really, really helps out.
The cruise ship simulator actually ordered a Disney Adventure class.
Cool.
They ordered it. It says pre-order, not yet usable. It's supposed to be usable in January sometime.
Very cool.
Because this is a game pass I have to buy.
Ah.
You have 16,000 subscribers.
I do.
But Jessica has more than you. Are you trying to catch up to you? Trying to catch up? Jessica has like 32,000 right now.
Yeah.
Because he posts cruise ship videos. That's probably why he gets a lot of views in a day.
Yep. He posts a lot.
How much videos does he have?
Not sure.
He probably has a lot of videos, probably.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, for those who didn't see today, Norwegian Getaway actually docked in Great Stirrup Cay today. It's the first time ever. So the dock is officially open over in Great Stirrup Cay, which is great news to hear because I'll be on Norwegian Luna here pretty soon. But that's awesome to hear because that's been one of Norwegian's biggest weaknesses, is not being able to stop in Great Stirrup Cay. So I love to see it. Interesting design. It kind of looks like wooden planks, but that's the design that we're going for. But it's kind of cool. I'm glad to see it's finally open. Interesting that Getaway of all ships was the first. Yeah, right? I didn't even realize. They didn't really make too much of an announcement about it either. They were like, it wasn't like, oh, hey, tune in this week. You know, Getaway is going to be the first ship to do it. I just asked my friend that's on board. I was like, is today just like a test or? So we're waiting to get actual information on that soon. But I kind of do want to sail on Getaway soon. I've already sailed on her twice, but I haven't been on her in a long time. Yes, just Prima left down in that back corner. Everything else is out. I wish she would go a little sooner. At least like a 5 o'clock departure makes sense too. Yeah, it should have been Aqua that went first, but that's okay, I guess. And it could have just been that today was a test to see. Yeah, totally like NCL not to say anything. They're so interesting with their marketing. It's like they don't really promote a lot of things like they should. And that's nothing against Norwegian. I love Norwegian. I am extremely, extremely excited to be sailing on Luna. But, you know, there's sometimes these ships come out, like Viva's a good example. Viva came out and it just felt like there was nothing following. Like there's no excitement. There was no, you know, push behind her like, hey, here's our big brand new ship. Well, maybe not big, but you know, here's our brand new ship. She's the latest and greatest. But there just really wasn't a whole lot. Like they did their naming ceremony and then she just seemed to have disappeared for a little bit. So kind of interesting how they do it sometimes, but nonetheless, I do love NCL regardless. Yes, she does look very, very pretty at night. This class looks fantastic at night. Very, very pretty ships. It's almost like and it's funny because she's based off Project Melee, which is the same thing as Seaside or the Seaside and Seashore and all those ships, but like a different variant of it. But like she just looks like a old school, like she seems more old school and more like traditional ship look to her than even Seashore. I don't know if it's the parabolic bow on it or just the different design of it, but it's interesting. She's a very nice ship. She's very pretty. I'm glad I got the tour. I'm glad I got the tour of the ship as well. That way I could at least see it for myself. I think my whole, and I'm guilty of it because sometimes I'll draw perspectives of things off of what I hear online, but obviously, I mean, not everything you hear online is also accurate, and everybody's different. Like, I mean, I drew the assumption that, you know, it wasn't the best ship just because it didn't have the best reviews at first, but when I at least toured her, I thought it was amazing. I loved that ship. It was a very interesting layout, and I really, really liked it. So it makes me even more excited to go in Luna because I think they just kind of expanded on a lot of the existing spaces to make them bigger, to accommodate, because crowding seemed to be one of the main things on that ship. So, or small venues is what it is, not necessarily crowding, but small venues. So, but I think they've kind of tweaked Prima and Viva a lot since, and they seem to be doing quite well now that they've kind of settled in. My only thing with Prima and Viva is I wish they would have changed the hull art a little bit more on Viva, but I think Viva was a last minute change. Prima is ready to sail.
Harbor master, pilot off.
Everybody on board, so now they're gotta go. Prima has everybody on board, so they're gonna go.
Can't wait to see what NCL does with those 225 ships. Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready.
I can't even imagine what they're gonna do. I'm surprised they're doing it. And what, there's 4 of them, I think? I think 4 of them. I definitely have to be on one of the first few of them. But NCL is, it's funny because they've never really dabbled into the mega ship market other than, you know, if you want to consider, everybody has a different opinion of what a mega ship is. You know, in my opinion, anything bigger than like Freedom of the Seas is considered a mega ship. Anything from like 160, 165 plus to me is a mega ship. But to a lot of people, it's only those over 200,000. So whatever your perspective is, but like Norwegian hasn't really dabbled into the mega ship market other than their Breakaway Plus ships, which are one of the most highly successful classes of ships, and honestly, in my opinion, one of the prettiest designs, but also one of the best layouts of any ship is those Breakaway Plus ships. They're amazing. Everything flows very well. The venues are nice and large. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with a true mega ship. I mean, 225 is incredible too. I mean, we're talking Oasis in size. We're talking bigger than Oasis. Like, that is unheard of, pretty much. You know, Project Ace is going to be about the same size, but I mean, it's going to be incredible seeing what they do with these, because Norwegian likes to keep a traditional cruise experience as well. And a lot of people, you know, there's not a lot of correlation between the traditional cruise experience and the old school cruise experience versus these mega ships. They're complete polar opposites, but I think Norwegian, just given their history and what they always like to do with their ships, I think they might try to blend the two together in a very interesting way. Anything over 200 is what you consider super mega. Honestly, that's a great way of thinking of it. Honestly, I agree with that for sure. I mean, anything over 200,000 tons is like, yeah, mega ship, super mega ships. Like, to me, the Breakaway Plus and the Quantum class are mega ships, but anything smaller than those, I don't think I wouldn't necessarily call them mega ships. But it's all opinion as well. I've had some people like try to correct me on saying that and say, "Oh, but it's not 200,000. It's not a mega ship." So yeah, I'm excited to see him. That's actually one of the I actually have not seen renders of these NCL ships either. I'm extremely curious. I've seen Ace. I've seen Project Ace. Have not seen these new ships though. I've heard they could potentially just be giant Prima class, but that doesn't really sound like Norwegian to me. I think they would do something completely new and different. But I think coming out of Fincantieri, I think they are going to be based off of Project Mille, which is the same project that Prima is based off of. So, I mean, it's possible, but I think there's going to be quite a bit of differences there, though. I don't think they're going to be a one-to-one and just being a giant version of it. I think there's going to be significant differences. I wouldn't be surprised if they share similarities with Ace, though. Just because, again, same project, same size, same time frame. It could be that these look very close. Seen the rendering of Ace that's going around. So if you Google, so this isn't necessarily a leak, it's just out there. But if you Google Carnival Cruise Line Project Ace, Google Images, there's just a render of it there. In Fincantieri, they had to adjust and modify and lengthen the dry dock there in order to accommodate Project Ace because of how big they are. So there's a big project management company, or the project company that's overseeing that, or the construction company that's overseeing that. You know, they did a rendering of it and posted it online. They were not supposed to post it online, but they did. So now it's on Google Images. So if you want a first look at Project Ace, just Google it. It should be there. If it's the one that shows a giant carnival ship sitting in a dry dock and a shipyard, that's it. I've seen others on top of that, but it looks accurate to me. Oh, here's Victory 1. Oh boy. It is. It is a bigger version of the XL class, unfortunately. My biggest fear with Project Ace, and it's not a bad thing necessarily, but my biggest fear with Project Ace is that the XL class is the new cookie cutter. You know, Carnival ships always had the same cookie cutter layout, you know, from Destiny all the way up till even the Vista class is tweaked a little bit, but all the way basically Destiny all the way up to Breeze, they all had basically the exact same layout, just longer or shorter versions of each other. My biggest fear with Ace is that it's going to be almost identical on the inside to XL. I hope not. It's gonna be a lot bigger, but it's a concern. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because again, those XL class ships are incredible. They're fantastic ships. So it wouldn't be a bad thing. It's more of just like me, I like to see something that's a little different. So, I don't know, we'll find out.
you are heading to us and we can start single up and remove the gangway.
Cool. All right, Prima is removing the gangway and dropping lines. They're just going to leave basically their...
Through gangway, we have already linked with Prima.
Okay, so yes, Prima is singling up. Singling up, for those who don't know what singling up means, that's when the ship basically drops all of their lines except for one. So they have one forward and one aft line. So what they're doing is they're singling up at the moment, and while they wait on the pilot, and once the pilot comes in, they're just going to drop that last line and they're going to head on out. When do you think we'll hear more about Royal's Discovery class? That is such a good question. I want to say we're going to see it in 26. I think we're going to see it in 2026, at least it finally ordered. Because I think this, and the name heavily suggests it as well, but Project New Frontiers, that was just ordered by MSC, that is 90%, I'm 90% sure that New Frontiers is MSC's version of Project Discovery. Now, significantly larger than what is to be expected, at least what we are expecting from Project Discovery. Project Discovery is supposed to be pretty small, and but people are estimating anywhere between 80,000 tons all the way up to like 160,000 tons. So it really is like a toss-up of really what it could be size-wise. But these 180,000 ton ships and New Frontiers from MSC are being designed to do the exact same thing as what Royal is wanting to do with Discovery. So I think now that we've seen MSC push and get one step ahead on that project versus Discovery, I think Royal will kind of stop dragging their feet and at least order them soon. So I think we'll see them this year. If they order them if they wait any longer, I mean, these ships are going to be out in the mid-2030s, which is just way too long. So but Project Discovery is going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see what comes out of it, because like sometimes I'll get inside information. Sometimes people will tell me stuff ahead of time or show me a render, or say, hey, we've got some news coming up soon, things like that. I have heard not a single peep. Not even my sources know what the heck's going on with Discovery. Like it's extremely under wraps for sure. Like it's not leaking out at all. We are waiting for the Norwegian Prima, that little NCL light that's over in the back corner. That is the Prima. She is dropping lines as of right now, so she's hopefully heading out pretty soon. Can do the new... Yes, they are. So that I have heard. They are designing these Project Discovery ships. They will absolutely be able to go through the Panama Canal. Whether it's the old or the new locks, don't know. I think they're designing them for the new locks just because of how much bigger they are. But they will absolutely be going through the Panama Canal. And I think that'll be a big help for them too, because I think those ships are going to do very well in Alaska. I think those are going to pair... I think the Project Discovery will pair up very well with the Quantum class in Alaska. So you get, the mega ships that are pushing the limits of Alaska, and then you get a nice like mid-sized ship like Project Discovery in Alaska, and then that gives them the opportunity to bring them into the Caribbean for the winter seasons, or just go anywhere they want. Because that's the issue with the Quantum class as well, is that they can't really winter down here in Florida or here in the Caribbean just because they're too big. They can't go through the canal, which is surprising because the Breakaway Plus does, but Quantum class can't go through for some reason. I don't think Adventure's going through the canal. I highly doubt it. She might be able to very, very tightly squeeze in, but I don't think it's happening. Various ports are shutting down megaships or shutting out megaships. Surprised the industry hasn't made a quicker turnaround towards building smaller ships. So the money is where the megaships are. The megaships are the most profitable ships, despite being the larger ones and probably higher operating costs, but they're bringing higher profits for sure. So the megaships are where the money's at, despite some of these ports turning them away. They're basically like, okay, we're gonna build our own ports, like Royal's doing. Basically, Royal's gonna be set up soon to where they can go and do like a 7-night cruise and go to basically all exclusive Royal ports. They'll be able to do that relatively soon. But that's also what Discovery is trying to accomplish, is being able to go to those ports that want smaller ships. If your competition as land-based destinations, think cruisers are booking cruises based on ships less than destinations these days. You are absolutely right, and that's why the Icon class looks and is the way it is. Is people are booking for the ships, especially here in the Caribbean. I feel like over in Europe, different case. There's some really exotic itineraries you can do over in Europe. There's a whole lot of options. But yeah, I think honestly, actually, if you look at Royal's advertisement for Star of the Seas, it's don't wish upon a star, sail on one. That is a direct shot at Disney. They're aiming to compete with Disney, with the not Disney Cruise Line, but they want to compete with Disney World here in Port Canaveral, or in the Orlando area. They want the resort. They want the floating theme park, the floating resort type experience. They're not looking for the old school traditional cruise feel like Norwegian looks for usually. Stay at night. I hope the monster don't come get me. The boogeyman comes out at night. Enjoyed experience on Disney Wonder. Okay. I didn't realize I was on a different account, but that's funny. Probably favorite cruise experience, like the size of one. Yeah, exactly. Those are so small, for sure. I mean, they make great ships.
We're like 50 feet in the channel, but we'll clear to the north for you guys.
All right, last lines are coming up now for
Call you back shortly.
Prima. Last lines are being pulled in for Prima, so she'll be underway here momentarily. 100 hours left till the new year. That's crazy. Yeah, this whole year, I feel like I blinked and this whole year went by. This whole year has gone by so fast. River cruises do have basically people priced out. They're so small, so there's less supply, more demand, so the prices are high. That way they can kind of create less demand. But I'm interested to see what happens with celebrity cruises in their river cruise sector that they're about to start up. That will be very interesting to see. I don't even think they've released renders of those river ships that they're doing. It'll be interesting. I'm excited for them. I heard their first ship sold out within like a couple hours. Can I live stream again in Port Everglades or Miami? So I primarily go out of here just because I live in the Orlando area, so it's easier for me to come out here. But I am planning, so next weekend I'll be in Tampa, but then I'm planning a South Florida trip, whether it be Port Everglades or Miami. I'll be down there next month for sure. They did several. I'll have to look them up. I don't remember seeing those. I know they released bookings. I didn't realize they did the renders of them too. You're probably right. I'm probably just not thinking of them. Ready to get your cruise booked? Yes. Yep. I have too many booked. It's a good problem to have, though, I guess. Yes, I do the lives here every single weekend. Every weekend, and I'll change up the ports every now and then, but I'm here in Port Canaveral just about every weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for sending me that render. Yeah, that actually looks really, really neat. Where's my bag? Oh, Prima is moving. Prima is a moving. There she goes. In Miami, 8 cruise today for Sunday. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I was in Miami a couple weeks ago. I'd like to go back down, but pretty awesome. And for those who want a tour of Norwegian Prima, there's a ship tour on my channel of Norwegian Prima. She's a very, very pretty ship. So if you haven't checked out that tour yet, definitely check it out. Yes. Prima is the last ship of the day. Yes, good timing. Yes, she's back, or she's moving. She is moving. There's her coming around the corner. Oh, did she just turn some lights on up front? Am I the only one that saw that? Yes, last ship of the day. No SpaceX movement from what I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't really heard much about SpaceX lately. There was a point in time where it was like, it felt like every other weekend they were doing a launch. Oh, you get a flash on that. Very cool. Did you get that new camera for Christmas? Santa got it for you. Oh, nice. He did a good job. Now it's every other day, taking a break for Christmas. Okay, that makes sense. Ow. I just hit my finger on the trunk. Ow, that hurt. Yes, I hope I can get home before the boogeyman comes. I sure hope so. I would not want the boogeyman to come get me. It's getting really humid out. My whole car is like covered in like a thin layer of dew. Was there in December, and every other night there's a rocket. Wow. Oh, okay. Nice. Very cool. That's funny. Yeah, I think it was, there's a couple different people now this year. Last year it was like one guy that was here for like a long time that was doing those little air horns, or the little train horns, like with the little drill attachment train horn type of thing that they do when the ships come by. I think one of those guys came up to me earlier. He was a nice guy. He was really cool. Got to talk to him a few minutes before the stream started. There's a launch tonight in California and one on the 3rd from Canaveral. Ooh, is that a Saturday? Oh, I hope not. So the biggest downside to the launches here is that when it comes to ship spotting, everybody and their mother and their grandmothers are here in Canaveral. It is packed when there's a rocket launch here. It is so hard to get a spot. Last time I was here when there was a rocket launch, I had to go all the way down into the West Basin where the restaurants are, and I had to film from there. So I couldn't even watch Star Leave that day. Is my camera RC? Yeah, there's a remote control, if that's what you're referring to as RC. It's like a little TV remote. That's a good question. I don't know if they can go through the canal. I think so, because the lifeboats are tucked, but they're so wide down at the bottom, so I don't know. Hello, hello. Let me Google. According to Google AI, yes, Norwegian Prima and its sister ships like Viva can fit through Panama Canal's new, larger Neo-Panamax locks. Okay, so yes. I don't know about Aqua and Luna because I know they're a little bit bigger. Because I remember when I toured Prima, I remember the lady at Norwegian that was our tour guide for the weekend had mentioned something about them not being able to, or at least with Aqua. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if, I think Discovery class is probably going to sit around 140,000 tons. That's my best guess. It could be a wide variety of things, but if I were a guessing man, I would probably say 140. Not too small. That way they can still kind of offer a lot and still get a good cruise experience out of it, yet still offer all the smaller ship benefits. So I think 140 is a nice size. Oh, these mosquitoes are out today. She looks pretty good in this lighting, though. It's not too dark. There are too many of them. That's literally me right now trying to fight off these mosquitoes. I have a little light on my power bank. Oh, fancy. Yeah, she does look really nice coming down the channel. It's honestly, the design of these are really, really growing on me. That whole class is growing on me a lot. I liked them at first. Whenever Project Leonardo was like first announced way back, I thought it was like a weird design, but I was like okay with it. I thought I liked it, and then they started coming out, or they started coming like a little closer to coming out, and I was like, ugh, I don't know. And then now that I've seen these a lot more frequently, I really like them a lot. Aqua is coming back to Canaveral at some point as well. I'm pretty sure it's Aqua and Breakaway that are coming back. Not this coming, like not the 26-27 season, but the 27-28 season. I'm pretty sure it's Aqua and Breakaway. I know Breakaway's coming back, or Breakaway's coming here and Aqua's coming here. I don't know the time frame, but I believe it's that time frame. Because I think we're getting Epic and Escape again for 26-27. I like Prima's blue color consistency minus Aqua. Yeah, I agree. I do like Aqua's a lot, though. Luna's is really cool. So I don't know if any of you have seen the video, but I believe Norwegian is the one that posted it on their YouTube channel. But look up the basic. I think if you type in Norwegian Luna artwork, it should bring up the video. But they did like a whole like maybe 4 or 5 minute video with the artist that did the artwork for Norwegian Luna, and it was really cool. And like she talked about like her inspirations behind it, and you know how she came up with some of the designs, like how on the bow of Luna, there's a moon on the very, very front of the bow of Luna, and basically like the artist was like, yeah, so you know, with Norwegian Luna, the moon is there because Luna always guides us forward, or the moon always guides us forward on the Luna type of thing. It was really, really cool.
Coming in, Port Canaveral, coming through the jetties now. Big Wood in, channel 16. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, good evening. Channel 12, please. Channel 12. You're 12.
Yeah, Luna's artwork is so pretty.
This is the pilot on the cruise ship outbound Norwegian Prima. See you coming in right now. If you want to stay down on that green side, we'll see you starboard to starboard. We'll be in the center of the channel.
Roger that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Cap. You guys have a good trip in. Thanks for coming up. We'll be standing by on channel 12.
Going to 16.
Cool. But yeah, I agree though. Luna's artwork's my favorite. I'm glad that they did something different. I don't think they intended Viva to be identical almost to Prima. They originally were going to do a different artwork style on Viva, but they changed it like right at the buzzer. They changed the artwork on it, so they didn't. I don't know if it was they found out they couldn't do what they were trying to do with it, or I don't know what the reason was, but they changed it the last minute, and they didn't have a lot of time, basically, to come up with a new piece of art, so they changed, or they just kind of made it the same, or almost the same as Prima. Oh, I love Eurybia. I love Eurybia's artwork. It was really interesting that Norwegian, or MSC did artwork too. I was hoping they'd do it like on future ships, but it seems like it's just Eurybia that they're doing it on. I wouldn't be surprised if New Frontiers, they do it. With them wanting to go like more exotic itineraries and things like that, they might try to do something cool like that again. There it is. I want to understand there's supposed to be a dazzle paint. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was. I thought I had seen the render, but I don't think it was. I don't think that was it. I think it was like them showing me the example of what it was supposed to look like. But yeah, that was supposed to be what it is. If you Google the dazzle paint scheme on a ship, it should bring it up, but that's what Viva was originally supposed to have. It's pretty neat. It's a really cool design too. Because I think that, isn't that like an old like military like ship sort of like thing or something like that? So that's probably like half of the reason why they couldn't do it, if that's the case. I feel like that's a military ship like design. Oh, the go-karts look so sick. You should be able to see them. If you see the little green or red dots circling around the funnel, those are the go-karts. Oh, yeah, there they are. Isn't Viva, can somebody double check, isn't Viva coming to Miami at some point? If that's the case, I'm booking something on Viva. This class is very, very pretty at night too. party going on up there. Oh, God, that scared me. Got a good party going on up there. Late 26, early 27. Is that when Viva is in Miami? Okay, I might try to go on Viva. That's only because I've toured, and this this is how my mind goes. I have a tour already, or I've already toured Prima, so I already have content for it. So I want to go on the other one, so I don't double. I don't go on it more than once, even though I double up on sailings all the time. But yeah, I'd like to do Viva if I get the opportunity to, just because it's something different that I haven't seen yet. Ooh, so I'm looking at a cruise for late 26, early 27. Of course, I'm glad you guys are enjoying these streams. Again, I love doing this, so I'm glad you guys are liking this too. But you're very welcome. I hope you guys are enjoyed this stream today. It was a great time. I hope everybody does have a safe and happy New Year's this week. And again, we'll be here next weekend, Saturday, and then we're going to be in Tampa on Sunday. So we're going to keep the stream going here for just a few more minutes. But again, I hope you guys all have a safe and happy New Year's, and we'll definitely see you. Our next stream is going to be next year. Viva only has a handful of sailings from April to May of 27. Okay, interesting. Looking forward to Tampa. Yeah, I think that's something I'm going to try to focus on more. Is I always do so much Canaveral, and I love coming out here, but I want to change it up. I want to do maybe at least one different port. Maybe not every month, but at least try to do it like every month, every other month or so. Try to do a different port. So December's or I guess January's port is Tampa to kick off the new year, and then we're gonna try to do Port Everglades maybe late January, early February. I'm trying to see if I can wheel and deal a tour of Aqua, because we became buddies with our tour guide from Norwegian while on Prima. So see if I can wheel and deal something here for us and get us started with a tour of Aqua. Or Encore. And then, of course, we got Luna coming up, too. All right, start pack up. All right, there goes the Norwegian Prima again. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's stream, and again, I hope you all have a safe and happy New Year's, and we'll see you. I guess we got a little bit of time, but we'll see you guys early into the new year, as we're going to be back here on Saturday. So thank you all so much for hanging out. It's going to take me a second to get to the YouTube screen to end this. Alrighty, there we go. All right, thank you everybody. Have a good night. Happy New Year's.